Welcome back. You know, Monday mornings are generally a time where we can be really setting ourselves up for a good week to come. But this morning is a little different. So let's get right into it. Over the weekend, we have had a lot of different outcomes with respect to Russia and Ukraine. Now, NATO is getting involved and a lot of other countries are starting to get involved. Well, that is not the cause of, but that's one of the contributors to the stock market really starting to go down. What was the precipice to this? Well, it was the fact that we are coming into a period of time with our economy that is really not that good. So we have the fact that we are in an environment that's not conducive for the stock market. Then we have the Federal Reserve, whose mandate is basically to stop inflation at all costs. But the problem is they missed it for the past year and a half. So now we are between a rock and a hard place. We have the Federal Reserve trying to fight inflation that not only did they help cause, but they failed to realize over the past year and a half. Then we have issues with our economy and the slowing of growth. So all of this is what is culminating into this big environment where we could be in for a volatile period of time. Then we add in international international wars, possibly, at least international incidences that are starting to occur between different countries, and we have a setup for a very, very not only volatile time period but volatile week ahead. So when we look at volatile time periods, we already want to be more adverse to risk. We don't want to take the risk that is necessary to take when we see these types of things occur. Going forward, we use the bounces in the stock market to kind of reset ourselves a little bit as well. So it's not to say that we need to take all of your stocks off the table. We need to move everything to cash. We need to be very dramatic in what we do. But we want to make sure that we look at where you're at today, where you want to go in the future, and then the gaps that exist in your investment plan to get there. And right now, the gaps that I'm seeing between where you're at today and where you want to be going really come down to what the market is telling us. And right now it's telling us to be more cautious. So more cautious in the short term, definitely in the next number of weeks, more cautious in kind of that next 3 to 6 months period of time. But here's the thing. I'm going to be talking more about this on Thursday as part of my 2022 market outlook, that we still have some really good reasons to be excited about this year. So when we talk about Monday, talk about being the beginning of the week, that is true. It sets yourself up for a good time. And the beginning of the year sets yourself up for a good year. And how we manage the first day of the week, the first days of the year, helps you to make sure that we're going to come out well at the end of the year as well. So, like I said, we have a lot of reasons to be scared and worried right now, but that doesn't mean that it's the absolute end of the world when it comes to the stock market. But it does mean we need to be a little more conscious of our risk. So with that, feel free to reach out and talk about your plan as you have questions, and I'd be happy to not only answer them, but talk through your specific situation even more. Take care.